Hanahan? I'm Macy Ducker. It's Friday, September 25th, and welcome back to Hawk's Eye View. The new school year brought a lot of new faces, one of which is a new assistant principal. Here's David, who caught up with our newest admin, Mr. Sweeney.
There's a lot of new staff in Hanahan this year, but the one you might be seeing the most of is Mr. Sweeney.
I love it here. I taught here a long time ago, 15 years ago, as a teacher in the trailers before the baseball field this year. So I'm comfortable with Hanahan. I know a lot of the people here, and it's been really good so far. I'm enjoying it a lot. Originally, I'm from Massachusetts. I was born in Massachusetts, was there until I was about 18, and then I came down here for college. Right now, I'm an assistant principal. I work with textbooks and lunches and bell schedules and duty schedules and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I grew up a big baseball guy. Went to Red Sox games every year. We always did anything Boston, Celtics games, Bruins games, Red Sox games. I taught at Berkeley High School for 12 and a half years. I was the English coordinator for middle schools and high schools for the school district. Then I was an assistant principal at Cross, and now I'm an assistant principal here.
Welcome to Hanahan, Mr. Sweeney, and we hope you have a great school year. Now back to Macy in the studio.
Welcome to Hanahan, Mr. Sweeney, and if you see him in the halls, make sure to say hi. Hey, are you a sophomore? Because we have an announcement for you. If you qualify for beta and are in good standing, you may apply for an officer position for the 2020-2021 school year via the Beta Google Classroom. The application and teacher recommendation forms are there. Due by today, Friday, September 25th at 4 p.m. Any questions? See Ms. Stoddard in room 125 or email her too. So sophomores, make sure you apply. Switching gears now, it was 1 week ago today that our country lost a giant in our fight for equality. Here is Madison with more.
You may have noticed that flags around the Lowcountry are flying at half-mast. This is a sign of respect and honor for Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who passed away last Friday at the age of 87. You may ask yourself, why would I care? Well, little do you know she made your life better, especially if you're a woman. The notorious RBG helped pass legislation that requires employees to pay both men and women fairly. She was the first Supreme Court justice to officiate at a same-sex marriage ceremony. She helped remove a law in Idaho that favored men over women. Before she was on the Supreme Court, she actually argued before the Supreme Court 6 different discrimination cases, and in front of that all-male court, she won 5 of those 6 cases. Once upon a time in America, men were the only people who could own a house or even a credit card. That doesn't sound fair to you ladies, now does it? And we're not even talking about that long ago, like not George Washington days, the 1970s. Some of your parents were born when this is still a thing. Ruth Bader Ginsburg helped change all of that, our lives, and our futures. So today, Hanahan and the rest of the country shows their respect for Justice Ginsburg, a woman that has changed all of our lives.
Justice Ginsburg touched our lives in ways we might not even know yet. One thing RBG did when she was little was love to read and found a home in the library. Speaking of the library, we have some Hanahan library news. All books should be returned via the Dropbox slot in the hallway outside the library. No new fines were charged since March. But now that school is back, fines on books began on Monday, September 14th. So make sure you regularly check your BCSD school email. When you check your email, you might find one about overdue book fees. Make sure to pay your fines and smile. Picture Day is coming up. Picture Day for traditional students will be this upcoming Wednesday, September 30th. There will be a later announcement for the blended and virtual Picture Days. All orders need to be placed online through the following link. Make sure you go to our Hawk's Eye View Google Classroom page. We included the link for you there too. The big day is coming up, so be prepared. We asked for your help and you delivered. Alex is back answering questions for our newest segment, Ask Alex Anything.
Welcome, Hanahan, to the best news segment on the planet. On Monday, I threw up an Instagram story asking for your questions, and you guys delivered. So, welcome to the first installment of Ask Alex Anything. Our first question comes from Chris. Who is Alex? Chris, I'm Alex, the host of the best news segment on the planet. Next question. Our second question comes from Miles, who asked, why is he so strong? Miles, I ask myself that question every day. I'll never understand why I was given the body and strength of Thor. I guess I was just born that way. Also, I drink a lot of milk. Our third question comes from Marley Ellen. Do you miss the old HEV crew, or in general, Marley, because she was the best? I do miss the old HEV crew sometimes. Vance and Stephen Ward were always really good for a laugh. However, I don't know who Marley is. Isn't that the movie with the dog? That was a really good movie, honestly. Our fourth question comes from Luis Oliveras. Who is your favorite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character? Louis. My favorite character from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Wonder Woman. She's strong, good-looking, and worshipped by many, and I really relate to that. Our fifth question comes from Brendino the Quizard. Shut up. Okay.
Hopefully some of your burning questions have been answered. And don't forget, make sure you go to the Hawks Eye View Instagram story every Monday to submit your questions. You might be featured in next week's show. Each week we like to incorporate what's going on the other side of the screen. So let's see what they have for us this week. Here's our HEV blended team, the Quarantines.
Thanks, Macy. Quarantine has affected a vast amount of people as well as their daily lives and plans for summer. Now, they're here to talk about how much their life has changed because of this.
Over the quarantine, I did schoolwork and I watched Netflix and I also worked out. That's pretty much all I did.
You know, I FaceTimed my friends a lot.
Just chilled with some friends, watched some TV, played some video games.
We went through and found out how Hanahan students spent their time quarantined and if it ruined the plans over our break.
Nah, not really, because I didn't have any plans for the summer. I'm just probably gonna chill with my friends.
I mean, my plan for the summers were really just to hang out with my friends, and I mean, I did that, but I think I could have done it more if it wasn't for #Corona.
Me and my friends, we planned to go to the beach.
We then sought out to find out how much of their daily lives actually changed due to this virus.
Honestly, my life hasn't really changed at all. All I have to do now is wear a face mask everywhere.
It's honestly changed a little bit. I mean, at the social distance now, wear a mask when I go to school. Stuff that you really usually didn't do.
We then found out their stance on the quarantine and also their stance on people respecting and not respecting it.
Okay, people don't wear masks. Like, come on, you're literally just spreading a disease. Like, I know it makes me upset, it messes up my makeup, it gives me acne. Like, I wish everyone could see my beautiful smile, but I'm sorry.
I don't care. That's their option. They can do what they want. As long as they stay away from me when they do it, I don't care.
Honestly, I'm not really taking that seriously. I'm taking all the precautions, but I'm not staying inside like every day.
Man, I wish I could have gone to the beach, but I'm Preston and Gary, and before I go, we have a quick announcement about our next newscast.
Hey, how's it going on, Hanahan? I'm back with Quarantines to bring you an update on our next week's news segment. We're going to be doing a challenge type video where we go through and try to name your guys' animals solely through the picture, and that we need your help. So go through on any of our social medias and post a picture of your dog, but be sure to include their name so we know the correct answers. Thank you to everybody in advance who participates, and back to Macy in the studio.
Great job, guys. I love the pet naming idea. Last week, Miss Worrell's class did some different science experiments.
You gotta go fast. I'm just gonna play Beyblades with this thing.
Using balloons and cups, the class replicated the Earth's motions. Doing a hands-on experiment helped the students understand the complex relationship between the Earth and the Moon, and how that can affect our different seasons.
I wanted to show the students the Earth's motions using items that they could manipulate in the classroom.
And speaking of seasons, it's football season. I know because I'll be cheering on the sideline. So here is my biggest cheerleader, Hank, with your sports updates.
Thanks, Macy. We've got a busy week of Hawks sports to fill you in on. First up, the football team. They traveled to Berkeley last Friday to play in the Moncks Corner Lions Club Jamboree. The Hawks took on Stratford for the second time in a few days, and again, the running game looked strong. Here's Kayvon Rivera's touchdown. The Hawks played well against a bigger Stratford team and looked good going into this week's season opener game against North Charleston.
We played very hard. I was very pleased with our effort, and I thought we got a lot better over the last week, and hopefully just carried it forward to this week.
The football team's not the only team on campus. Let's take a look at the Lady Hawks volleyball team. They traveled to BE on Tuesday. The Lady Hawks traveled to Daniel Island where they battled the Bishops. They fought hard, but it just wasn't enough. Hanahan ends up falling to BE in 3 sets. The Hawks are at the Pinewood Prep Invitational. The boys team took 2nd overall out of 15 schools. On the girls side, both Hannah Shelton and Libby Secor both placed top 25 out of 150 girls. Way to go, Hawks. Let's take a look at some upcoming events. First up, the Hawks football team kicks off with their season opener at North Charleston tomorrow. Next, the volleyball team travels to Battery Creek and then back at it again here against Oceanside on Thursday. Finally, the cross-country team travels to Mullet Hall for a race. And remember, stay plugged in 24/7 for all your Hanahan sports news at hawkathletics.net. I told y'all we had a lot of news. Now back to Macy in the studio.
Thanks, Hank. That was a lot of sports. Now, what you have all been waiting for. Here is the latest episode of Yo with Yosef.
Yo, it's Yo with Yosef. Celebrities are going crazy now. Now let's see who's your favorite.
Jennifer Aniston.
Zendaya. Donald Trump.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Barbara Streisand.
None of them.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Iggy Azalea.
What do you mean none of them?
None of them.
Why Iggy Azalea?
Reasons.
Let's pick somebody.
I don't like anybody.
What's the reasons?
We all know.
Why not?
No.
Who's my favorite celebrity? Yo with Yusuf.
Why you don't like nobody?
I just don't. The Rock.
Like, I'm starstruck right now.
I don't know.
Bro, she's a great singer, bro.
It's in a dictionary?
Yes, no is a word in the dictionary.
Carrie Underwood.
Who's Carrie Underwood?
Country music singer.
What kind of song she sing?
Rap.
Why?
That's hot.
Oh, is it she?
Oh, yeah.
The Rock.
She's hot.
Would you marry her?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite celebrity is Cardi B. Now come back next week and see what kind of question I will ask. Now back to Macy.
Great job, Yosef. Oh, and Yosef, in case you were wondering, my favorite celebrity is Jack Knight. Sorry, Hank. By the way, one last thing before we go. Make sure you follow along with us. We are on Twitter at Hanahan High. On Insta, you can catch us at Hawkseye View HHS. And make sure you sign up for our Google Classroom page. The code is 570RRYM. That's 570RRYM. Don't forget to stay updated. I'm Macy Ducker, and from all of us here at Hawkseye View, see you next week, Hanahan.
Y'all want extra? Here's extra. So, picture day is coming up, and you guys need to smile. Trust me, you do not want to end up like him, okay? Start a GoFundMe.